metal finishing. So in that second question means for first question, one and two questions are there. Out of that, you will write one question. So for second question, three and four. So out of three and fourth question, you will write one question. So followed by for third question is also five and six. For fourth also seven and eight. For fifth also 9 and 10. So out of that, in the first questions, what we have discussed, you get ready to those. The questions are very familiar to you. One numerical problem. Second one is one of the electrode. The nurse equation first, then one of the electrode. One electrode we have so asked in the first question. It is I think it is look like of generalization, not a compulsory. So that second way it is also on the two one batteries is there, along with one electrode is there. But electrode is there. So followed by so another one question is there. So in question number 1 and 2, you can attend any one question completely. The full of choice also you can attend. You can get a better and out of out marks this time. So for one of the opportunity to all those who want to attend for all these backlogs papers, it is a of course well and good also. So any of the time in the month of October or November, including of December, they will going to conduct the any exam. So you will definitely very neatly answering all these questions. At the time you can secure more marks and it is helpful to you. So always you are in the track. It should be more better option to you also. So coming towards of that second questions, that is in second question, what is called as the corrosion and metal finishing. In that, so we can the second question is what is a corrosion and differential types of corrosion. One question is metal finishing. First part is two questions. The question C part is from second part. C part of the question, C is from second. So ask the same question number fourth from two question from second part and one question from first part. So far, you better is 1357 and 9 also. In that first portion, two questions appeared. First portion, two questions appeared. So far, now what we discussed in the last class of what is corrosion, what are two modes of corrosions are there. One is a wet mode, another one is dry mode. The dry mode is very rare case, very less percentage, below 5%. Of course, some of the metals are forming of its um, patches on that. Some scales, some thin film as formed on the metal surface itself is protected to the metals by protection itself after the scale has formed. So those type of the examples are aluminum and titanium, chromium, tantalum, all those some of the characteristic features of the metals. So those are further protection of the corrosion to the metal. So far, below 3-4% of this type of dry mode of corrosion, so we neglected. So going towards wet mode of corrosion or electrochemical corrosion. So due to the presence of the moisture in the atmosphere only, it has taken place. So we call it as the wet corrosion. So without the it, supposed to corrosion takes place called as a dry corrosion. So in this wet and dry, these two forms of difference because of presence in the atmosphere. Along with this, we can call it as electrochemical corrosion. So due to this, at the time of wet corrosion takes place, galvanic cells has formed, anodic and cathodic site has formed. So anodic site in that already you have studied in the first module, that is anodic acting as anode is suffering from the reaction is anodic reaction, loss of electrons. The which is acted as cathode is gaining of electrons. Here also the same principles as continued here also. Which part is acted as anode? It is a loss of electrons, that is oxidation takes place. Which part is acted as cathode? That is we can call it as a reduction takes place. So the oxidation and reduction redox reaction also takes place, but the thing is its energy is not converting into the electrical energy. So far what happened is, what is providing of this energy? So after the reduction has taken place, then after this one ferrous hydroxide is formed. That ferrous hydroxide again it is react with the N molecules of water. So N hydrated metal oxides has formed. So that is iron become N hydrated ferric oxides has formed. This is the destruction or loss of its structure and strength. So totally, if the complete metal is attacked by or suffering from the corrosion, so it is only the way to replacing from its design. Only way to it is replacing of the design. So far it is we can take care of the protections of the metals due to this chemical and electrochemical. So especially we can take considerations of the electrochemical or wet corrosion, because its percentage is more. And if the any of the days in the summer days or in the wet days or winter days, including of too much of wetness is humidity is there in the atmosphere, at the time the rate of corrosion is vigorous. So far given the example to you, so dry places in the area of course of Rajasthan, normal is Bangalore, and seashore is a severe wet is there. It means to say humidity is more. So it is in 1 month of corrosion takes place in Rajasthan, it will take in 1 weeks. It is near the seashore, it will take in 1 day. So far the when it is cross the humidity over the critical level, so immediately the rate of corrosion is more. So far so what we are doing is the only to protection of it. So before going to the protection, so this is what is corrosion: destruction and deterioration of the metal due to the continuous reaction with the atmosphere. So the destruction of a metal by atmosphere through chemical or electrochemical changes, we can call it as a wet corrosion or electrochemical corrosion. So due to these formations of sides, galvanic sides, anodic and cathodic region, and any of the three conditions, whether it is neutral, whether it is oxygenated or deoxygenated, including of acidic also. So whatever the condition is there, once the electrochemical, that is galvanic cells has formed, of course the anode is suffering from corrosion, cathode is unaffected. Whichever the portion of that the in this make marking as cathode, that portion will not suffering from the corrosion. Whichever portion is acted as anode, definitely suffering from corrosion. So this we have discussed. As the same way, so afterwards this only going to the more than 95% of corrosion takes place due to the wet and electrochemical cells as formed due to the galvanic cells as formed. So these the only types of corrosion means only the wet corrosion types. You don't bother about of the dry mode of the corrosion. So in this wet corrosion, more than 4, 5, 7, 6 number of types are there. But in the university, as mentioned, only the differential metal corrosion as well as differential aeration corrosion. So in this differential metal corrosion, name itself has taken place. Name itself has given the idea to us. Two different metals is we can use it in the designing of the any manufacturings. So in that definitely not is possible in any motor of design, any of the factory designing. More than one metals we have to use it. Of course, if those two metals is connected as well as internally or externally, we can connect it or keep it aside. And it is you are using of the bolt is made out of the one metal, and the nut is and screw is made out of the another metal. At the time, so out of these two metals, one is acted as a anode and another one is acted as cathode. Immediately, which metal is acted as anode suffering from corrosion, which metal acted as cathode not suffering from the corrosion. So far, this what we can observe. So of course of this studying, so these two metals give the example is zinc and copper. So zinc and copper potential difference between is 1.1 volt. Already we have studied in this that if we not converting into the electricity, definitely it is a potential corrosion. Definitely it causes the corrosions. So far, what we are doing is instead of the zinc and copper, we have used. Suppose we can using zinc and iron. So give the examples of this electrochemical series are first metal is lithium, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, followed by aluminum, followed by titanium, chromium, manganese, zinc, iron, as well as cadmium, plumbum, followed by nickel and tin. So these are like it is. We can writing this afterwards hydrogen. Then is a copper. So up to this hydrogen, all this electrode potential is very less. So we can denote it by negative sign. So after this hydrogen is we have arbitrarily taken as zero. So further is only the positive. The copper is 0.34, copper, silver, then it is a platinum, gold. So then it is some of these noble gases are there. So at least these familiar metals you have to study. Whenever we can use to designing any of the instrument or any part of the industries, we can at the time we can use less electrode potential difference. So at the time, even these less electrode potentials we have used, so the rate of corrosion is also less when we use the two different metals, example of iron and copper, iron and tin. So iron and copper we have used, its potential difference is 0.78 volt. That is a corrosion volt. So in that corrosion volt, it's 0.78% of corrosion takes place. Of course, instead of that, iron and tin you can use this potential corrosion difference is zero point 0.4 volt. So 40% of corrosion takes place. So far, well, keep it in the mind. We can designing of any of the different metals is essential to use the manufacture or construction of any devices or any instrument or any industries at the time. So we can first option is for the different metals, their electrode potential should be very less. If it is more, rate of corrosion is more. If it is less, rate of corrosion is less. Of course, if it is bimetallic strips also, bolt and nut also, bolt and screw also, for all those things we have selected this. So far, it is the conclusion is the very less electrode potential metals we can use it at the time which is acted as anode suffering from corrosion, which is acted as cathode not affected. You can write two react anodic reaction, cathodic reaction. Anode become anode hydroxide has formed. Afterwards, it is again reacted with the oxygen and number of N minus H2. It is reacted again. So N hydrated metal oxides, ferric hydrated, N hydrated ferric oxides as formed. So far, the iron got the corrosion. So we have to continue in that differential aeration corrosion. So in this name itself indicate. So any of you have taken the metal. So in that metal is dipped into the any aerated solution, not completely because of partial. So you have to partially filled or partially dipped into the any beaker containing water, that is sodium chloride or any other sulfate is there, solution you have taken, or of course if you have taken in the only water also. But the thing is, the metal is should not immersed completely, partially immersed metal you have taken. So and followed by, so that is the above the water surface, above the solution, that portion is acted as a uh, cathode. The which part is dipped in the water, it is acted as a anode. So when it is the same metal, due to the partial dipped into the solution, where the air concentration is more, that part is acted as cathode, and whichever the part is dipped into the solution or water at the time. Hello, hello, ಏನ ಸ- ಸರಿ 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 ಆಯ್ತು ಕಣ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮಗಳೇ, ತೇಜಮ್ಮ, ತೇಜಮ್ಮ. So far, so this is what we can observe for more. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಾರ ಕೊಡಮ್ಮ ಆಯ್ತು. ಹ್ಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. So in this where the the concentration of air is more, it can affected as it is acted as a, that portion is acted as a cathode. The another remaining portion is dipped as acted as anode. Wherever it is these galvanic cells has formed, immediately the which part is acted as anode is suffering from corrosion, cathode part is not. So far in this, the reaction of anodic reaction, the reaction of cathodic, then is ferrous hydroxide is formed, followed by that ferrous hydroxide it is we can then it is a reactant the ferrous hydroxide with the anhydrated metals. In that it is again it is anhydrated metal oxide as formed. So far, so in this we can correct as differential aeration corrosion. So in this there are two types of differential aeration corrosion. So one is water line corrosion, another one is a pitting corrosion. So in this water line corrosion, you can take a metal tank, suppose example. In that, so what we can do it is every day you can fill it to one level. For example, of the some of the uh, ship hulls also. Suppose in this how many days it is keep on floating, keep on in the floating of water. That water level just below that there is a one mark as formed. So that mark is due to this as the above the water level is acted as cathode, below the water level is acted as a anode. When it is acted as anode, one line as formed. That line we can call it as a water line corrosion mark. That portion is only the affected by the corrosion, because the whenever it is acted as anode, the anode is also along with humidity is there. Minimum percentages of concentration of oxygen is required. So far, the just below the water level, minimum percentage of oxygen is available, not at the bottom. Due to that minimum percentage of available oxygen, the corrosion takes place below the just below the water level. As the same way, so it is keep on to this instead of water is also any of these cleaned materials of any metals, any portion of it is sticked by dust particles, or if we can pasted any some any other parts also. So just of that below that portion is acted as anode, remaining portion is acted as cathode. Wherever the concentration of oxygen is less, that portion is acted as anode, the remaining portion is acted as a cathode. So in this, so we can get it as followed by, so we can so due to this formation of anodic site region is very less, and cathodic region is more. So at the time, so where less anodic region and more cathodic region, so due to that it has a severe corrosion takes place. That corrosion we can call it as a localized corrosion. Localized corrosion is the example of so far. So in this, what we can understanding is afterwards some days farming a one group, farming a one wall. So far we can call it as a the this is the that corrosion we can call it as a pitting corrosion, or it is localized severe corrosion. So far this what we can understanding is the due to this presence of this concentration of the air, so we can forming a group. And due to this concentration of less and more concentration of the air, wherever the concentration of air is more, at that portion is acted as cathode, not affected by corrosion. Which portion is dipped into the solution, or which portion is covering by the any of the other patches, so that portion is acted as anode, remaining portion is acted as cathode. So far the corrosion takes place is attacked to the only anode regions, not for cathodic regions. So far this very clearly indication to that the anodic portion suffering from corrosion, cathodic is unaffected. These waterline corrosion as well as and pitting corrosions due to the formations of due to the formations of anodic and cathodic area, especially the less anodic area and more cathodic area, the formation. So, due to this, the severe corrosion takes place. The rate of corrosion is more. So, in that, so it is. ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವೇನೋ ಅವ್ರ ಫೋನ್ ತೆಗಿತಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರು ಹಂಗೆ ಇರು. ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದ್ ನಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಕಣ ಅವ್ರದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾಳೆ ನಂದರಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಕಣ. So far, these due to the formation of cathodic and anodic sites, it has formed the rate of corrosion is varied, and so this give a clue to us the some of the factors affecting. Example of the due to the concentration of air, so as the same in the nature of the metal, as the same all those things we can discussions in those the we can broadly classified into primary factors and secondary factors. So this is one of the factors. The atmosphere in this concentration of air is more, no problem. The concentration of humidity is more, the rate of corrosion is more. So these are the factors. So in that, these factors we can broadly classified into two types. First type is a primary factor, second type is secondary factors. The primary factors related to the nature of the metal, secondary factor related to the nature of the environment. So, in this primary factor related to the nature of metal is their electrode potential. You can already we have studied in the differential metal corrosion. So, in that what we can clearly understanding if we want to selected the metals for only to this what we can designing of instrument device or any of these industries at the time differential metal is essential at the time we have selected the less potential differences metals selected. If not selected more potential differences, the rate of corrosion is more. So far the rate of when the rate of corrosion is more, so it is it is not useful to the designing. So it is a waste of money, time, energy, everything. So far the first point is a nature of metal. In that only we have considerations of electrode potentials. In that for examples of iron and tin. So iron and plumbum, iron and nickel you can use instead of iron and copper. So these metal strips either you can using acids also using bolt nut also no problem. Better is usually only the one type of the metal is of course is more beneficial to the designing and more users to the investors. So far, so followed by second one is this areas. So what is this areas consideration of? So taking of the same metals of two pieces. One is you can coated by zinc, completely coated by all the four sides, lengthwise, breadthwise, whatever is coated by zinc. So when it is coated by zinc, the coating metal is anode. Inside coated metal is acted as cathode. Of course, of it is whichever the portion of the whichever the this coating metal and coated metal, the coated metal is acted as cathode, the coating metal is anode, the coating metal, that is zinc, is suffering from the corrosion, so it is not suffering from attack to the cathode. As the same, we make it reverse. The iron is coated by tin or coated by copper at the anywhere, any sides, any pinhole, small air crack is taken place, or it is not completely coated, 1% is decreases, small hole is there, immediately that old portion is acted as anode, remaining 99% is acted as cathode. Wherever this, due to this, the reason the percentage of area is exposed to the atmosphere, 99% of cathode, 1% of anode, immediately severe corrosion takes place, localized corrosion takes place, pitting corrosion takes place due to the area percentages, due to the exposing area it has happened. So far, while coating of the metal by cathode metal, coating metal is cathode, coated metal is anode. At the time, taking of the too much of precautionaries to air. As the same way, so this nature of corrosion product is a third point. So already the nature of corrosion product is we have given at dry corrosion. There is a coating, there is a metal compounds. If metal is react with the hydrogen, metal hydrates as formed, metal is react with the chlorine, metal chloride as formed. So totally oxygen is there, metal oxide as formed. That metal oxide itself, it is protect the metal. The metal oxide thin scale is protect the metal, so that metal is that type of corrosion is still it is itself is protect the metal due to the nature of corrosion product. What is this meaning of nature of corrosion product? Is a stoichiometric, non-porous, highly insoluble, and low ionic conductivity. There is a four characteristic feature. The first is the itself, it is the stoichiometry. It is stoichiometry branch of the chemistry which deals with thing the whatever the end products has formed, the end product is related with the molecular weights, whether it's a gravimetric or volumetric, it is related with the molecular weights. The molecular weight is copper is 63, as related to that end products as formed, we can call it as a stoichiometry. It is not related, so when the based on this molecular weight, the using or consumption of the standard solutions is not related, unrelated. So at the time we can call it as a non-stoichiometric. So for stoichiometric means based on its molecular weight, how much of this concentration is there in the air atmosphere. So that nature is much of the thickness of as formed, that is also we can call it as a stoichiometric. Beyond that, the thin is also formed, so that is non-stoichiometric, not related with their molecular weight. So far, along with this, highly insoluble. It means after it has formed the thin scale, whether it is react with the again of the atmosphere components, so it should not be a soluble, it is insoluble. So for stoichiometric, insoluble and non-porous, after forming of the patches, it is not allowing any other gases, any other compounds should not allowed, it is should not dissolved, it is non-porous. Suppose it is look like acting as a surface of the metal. As the same way, it is a low ionic conductivity. So after this has formed, So compared to the ionic conductivity, remaining portion of the metal is more conductivity, more ionic status. But the patches that area is less ionic in status, less conductivity is there. So far, in this type of, we can call it as a nature of a corrosion product. Madam, ಅದೇನೋ ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು 3-4 ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತಿದ್ರು, ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನೋಡಿ. So this we can call it as a nature of corrosion product. So what type of the points we can using to this is the corrosion product is um, stoichiometric, followed by we can call it as a highly insoluble, non-porous, as well as a low ionic conductivity. So suppose it is against of all this, opposite of all these things, so we can call it as a non-stoichiometric. So what is this non-stoichiometric is definitely it is not related with their molecular or equivalent weight of these things. Non-related means non-stoichiometric. So first part. Second point is soluble. So after this corrosion product, any of the metal compound layer, any of the thin scale has formed, any of the patches has formed, the corrosion place, that should be soluble. React with oxygen, react with any other gases, nitrogen, react with argon, react with hydrogen, react with carbon dioxide. That should be soluble. Of course, it is a non-stoichiometric, soluble, highly soluble, and porous is there. In that, porous is more supporting towards of the end product of corrosion products. The metal oxides, if it is non-porous, okay. If it is porous, it is not, it is no use. Of course, of that coated region also, the compounds formed metal region also, it is of course in that what we can call it as a highly conductivity as like a metal, so that is a no use to us, that is no use to us. So far what we can do it is the better things of ಹುಡುಗರು ಅಲ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಹಿಂಗಾಗೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮಲೋ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಕ್ಕಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡೆರಡು ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಂದಾಯ್ತು. So far, so these things, so the nature of ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹುಡುಗರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ, ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹುಡುಗರು. ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ, ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲೋ ಆಗಿದಾರ? ಬೈರೇಗೌಡ, ಅಶ್ವಿನ್, ಕೌಶಿಕ್, ಹೇಮಂತ್, ಯಾರು ಒಂದು 3-4-5 ಜನ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಸರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಏನಪ್ಪ ನೋಡಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು ನೋಡಪ್ಪ. ಏನಮ್ಮ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಕರಟಸಿನಾರು ತೋರಿಸ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇದೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಒದ್ದಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೇನಕ್ಕೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಾನೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀನು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಮ್ಮ. ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ಬರೀ ಮೇಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ ನಂದು ಸಾಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಮಗಳು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋತದ್ ಮುಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆದರ್ಕತ್ತದ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಹುಡುಗರಾಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಒದ್ದ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತನಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈ ಕೌಶಿಕ ನಾನು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅವನು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಹ್ಮ್. ನನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಆಗವನೆ. ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಸರಿ 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 ಮೇಡಮ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಬ್ರು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 2 ಲ್ಯಾಬ್. ಅಕ್ಷಯ್ ಒಬ್ಬಗೆಷ್ಟು, ಅಕ್ಷಯ್ ಒಬ್ಬಗೆಷ್ಟು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಬ್ರು ನಂಬರ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸರಿ 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 ಆಯ್ತು. ನೋಡೋಣ ಬಿಡಿ. ನೀನು ಒಂದು 1/4 ಗಂಟೆ ನೀನು ಕಾಲ ತುಂಬಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. So, okay, regarding on so we can the nature of the regarding on nature of corrosion product, as well as nature of metal, so as well as area of anodic and cathodic region. These are the related to the primary factors. So in these primary factors, towards of secondary factors also are there. Those are temperature, pH, and conductivity. So in that temperature is as rises, the conductivity of the ions, as well as here whatever we can usually increasing the temperature, the conductivity of the metals also increases. So automatically the rate of corrosion is increases. About of pH. So pH is going to do the less, means we are coating with the acids. Its pH is very less. When the pH is very less, of course at the time, so we can less and reduce the pH. It is forming into as a acidic regions. While it is in the acidic regions, at the time the hydrogen is released at the cathode. So far, if it is increased above the 7, pH is increased above the 7, so at the time, so its hydroxides as formed as the nature of corrosion product. That is stoichiometric, non-porous, highly insoluble, and low ionic conductivity. So these things as formed. So far, the hydroxide as itself is coating of against the corrosion. So it has taken place. So far, this is increase the pH, decrease the corrosion, increase the temperature, increase the corrosion, increase the conductivity. It means when it is dipped into this some pipes, metal pipes in this buried in the ground due to the supplying of water or supplying of the gas at the time. So you can sending of water, pure water you can sending, no problem. No ionic substances are there. So in that compared to the pure water and hard water, so this hard water consists of metal salts. Metal salts immediately forming the ions that is deposited on the inner wall. So where the more ions are there, its conductivity is more, rate of corrosion is increased. Afterwards, the covering by the sandy soil and loamy soil. So the sandy soil is less conductivity. Loamy or any other clay soils are having the ions, so it is more conductivity. At the time of burying, it can be covered by sandy soils only. It reduces the conductivity, reduces the rate of corrosion. So far, increase the conductivity, temperature, as well as pH. So these secondary factors are also important to reduce the rate of corrosions. So this is a very much important factors, primary and secondary factors. As the same way, due to this corrosion control. So coming towards of corrosion control. So in those the coating of the metal. So coating of the metals one. Second is the inorganic coatings, metal coatings, inorganic coatings, and organic coatings also. Nowadays, in the 18th scheme, the university has removed the organic coating, only it has retaining of metal coating and inorganic coating. In the metal coating, whether we want to coating of anodic metal to the base metal also, whether we want to coating cathode metals also coating on the base metals also. So anodic metals coating, the coating metal is anode, the coated metal is acting as cathode. While your coating of cathode metal at the time, the base metal is acting as a anode. So further, the whether compared to this, these two, better thing is coating of anodic. So that is example is zinc, that is we can call it as a galvanization. The coating of tin is we can cathodic coating, that is a cathodic metal coating. So the if you coating of metal is tin, we can call it as tinning. The coating of copper, so we can call it as a copper coated. So these two, first better thing is the metal coating in anode. The anode to the base metal is the making the metal is a cathode. So far in this metal coating, so what we are doing is so first we pre-treated of metal. So we any pieces of the metal, any sheet of the metal. So first we can mechanical treating using the embrace sheets to removing all types of sticked impurities, any other impurities, as any if it is dry corrosion takes place also, we can take the rough sheets and removing by mechanical. After you can subject it to the flame test also. So this we can call it as a pre-treatment. So using one term is pre-treated metal. After this pre-treated metal, so then it is you can dip it into the, so this is into the organic solvent. You can taking into a benzene, so ethyl acetate, any one of this, the complete metal is dipped into the organic solvent. We can call it as a degreasing. So we can call it as decreasing. So followed by, then it is dipped into the dilute H2SO4. We can call it as a pickling. So we can call it as pickling. So afterwards we can dip it into the zinc chloride and ammonium chloride. So these are acted as a flux. If till it is any impurities are there, so react with that impurities of this flux. Gang plus flux is equal to slag. So these infusible impurities are making into the fusible one and easily removed by its surface. So far we can dip it into the ammonium and zinc chloride, followed by, so we can dip it into the molten state nearly 400 degrees centigrade. This metal sheet is dipped in that automatically. The base metal is not affected of this 400 degree temperature, because metal, the boiling point and melting point of iron is 1600 degrees centigrade. So far this temperature, the base metal should not be affected. The molten state of the zinc is coating on the iron. So afterwards we can pass on to the roller. So whatever the thickness we can decide it, whether it is 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, or of course of just below 1 millimeter also, we fixing of this roller, the excess of zinc is we can cover. So the excess is collected and again we can keep it into the zinc uh, molten zinc container. Again it is molting. So this process, after this coating of the zinc, the process is, we can call it as a galvanization. The metal is, we can call it as a galvanized metal. So this is, we can call it as a galvanized metal. So for this, this today's is explaining of differential aeration corrosion, followed by the primary and secondary factors. Of course, of metal coating, better is we can do it for that is galvanization. Anodic metals we have selected. Suppose it was there in the cathodic metal coating of tin also, but what the thing problem is, after coating, same it is mechanical treatment is over. Then it is dipped into this organic solvent. Then it is dipped into this dilute H2SO4. Afterwards, zinc and zinc chloride and ammonium chlorides also we can using as a flux. Then it is dipped into the 232 to 90 degrees centigrades of tin. So we can dip it, we can correct as a tinning. So afterwards it is again dipped into the oil. So that will protection of any minute pore airs, as it is not completely coated by this cathode metal. At the time the severe corrosion takes place, that is at the time of using of any coating metals, any of a food storage, food packet time we have used, this metal is reacted with the food. So for avoid to that, so only the anodic metal coating is retaining in the syllabus. So that is explain the process of galvanization for 7 marks. All these diagrams, pre-treatings. So then all it is explained by 2 lines to this. Finally, we can call it as a process is galvanization. Metal we can call it as a galvanized metal. So this is the thing we have to follow. So first two questions remaining part is there. What is next is modernized method of one cathodic protection is there. So followed by the that is one topic is there. Anodizing and cathodic protections are there. So that tomorrow we can discuss by 10:30. So it is whatever we can facing the problems shortly rectified by ourselves, and you can follow these instructions, um, follow the messages. So you can, any of the doubts you can ask me now, otherwise after through phone you can ask me. Okay, thank you.